Google Search Console is an essential tool for anyone with a website. Now, last week I shared 3 methods that you can use to set up and verify your website with Google Search Console. And today I'm excited to dive deeper into Google Search Console and share how you can measure and optimize your website's performance and organic visibility on Google Search with this powerful free tool by Google. Hey guys, Stewart here, welcome back. I hope you're all well and good. Now in this Google Search Console tutorial for beginners, I'm going to help you get started and make the most of Google Search Console in 2021. Okay, so before we jump into our Google Search Console property, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, or if you're new to this channel, and that way you'll stay updated with actionable videos and tutorials designed to equip you with the skills, knowledge, and tools to grow your small business online. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and launch into this Google Search Console tutorial for beginners. Okay, so here we are within one of our Google Search Console properties that we're going to use today for this beginner's tutorial. What you want to do is first make sure that you have your property selected by clicking up here and simply locate the property that you want to analyze. Now, if we navigate down to the bottom, this is where you can add an additional property. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning of this tutorial, last week I shared 3 methods that you can use to set up and verify your website with Google Search Console. So if you haven't already gone ahead and verified your domain, what I'll do is link that tutorial in the description below this video, and you can go ahead and follow that process first before learning how to use Google Search Console in this tutorial. And then once you've gone ahead and verified your website domain, to head over to your Google Search Console property, all you need to do is type in search.google.com/search-console, and that will take you to your Google Search Console overview. Okay, now before we navigate and help you get started with Google Search Console, let's go ahead and briefly break down this free tool. Basically, this is a tool by Google that is designed to help website owners, web developers, and SEO professionals by offering tools that allow you to identify and fix errors on your website, submit updated content to be indexed on Google, and ultimately to monitor and optimize your website's organic search presence and performance. Okay, so let's get started and dive right into this tutorial. Now, when you first land on your Google Search Console property, you'll arrive at the overview page. Now, your overview is basically a breakdown of the performance of your website. This is a snapshot of the number of clicks that your website has received over the last 3-month period. Now you can see that this website has received 466 total web search clicks over the last 3-month period. Now we're going to dive deeper into performance under the performance tab, and then below this we have coverage on our overview, experience, and enhancements. Again, we're going to dive deeper into these elements throughout this tutorial. Now Google Search Console also gives you Search Console Insights. If we navigate up here and click Search Console Insights, now this gives us insights into the performance of our website on Google Search in a simple and understandable format. You can see the performance over the last 28 days for specific search queries. We can also click here and come down to most trending queries if we like. You can see over the last 28 days we've had a 15% increase of clicks coming from Google Search. And down here you can see our top 5 queries that people are searching in order to find our website on Google Search. We can also come down here and navigate across to the top 20. And on the right hand side next to these search queries, you can see the number of clicks through to your website after people type in these specific keyword queries. So for example, 10 people typed in topsoil Taringa and ended up clicking through to our website. And you can see the average position on the first page of Google, which is in the top 3 spots, 1.9 on average. And ideally, that's where we want to be. We want to be in the top 5 results, ideally the top 3 results in the first page of Google, because the first page of Google and the top 3 spots generate the most clicks. So now what we're going to do is head back to our Google Search Console overview and then navigate over to Performance. And under Performance, this is where we want to spend the majority of our time. This is where we can understand the performance of our website. Okay, so first we want to make sure that the search type web is selected because we want to measure the number of clicks that are coming from Google Search the web. Then on your date range, you can select here and filter your date range based on the period that you want to measure. For us, we're going to leave the last 3 months selected. We can also come down and select a custom date range. Now with Google Search Console, what you can also do is click Compare and compare the performance of your website on Google Search between 2 different periods. For example, I can compare the last 3 months to the previous period, or I can select any of these comparisons or create a custom comparison down here and then select Apply. And up here you can see the total number of clicks is 466 for the last 3 months. Below that is 522 for the previous 3 months. So this allows you to compare performance. But what we want to do is simply click Date and navigate back over to Filter and then come down and make sure that the last 3 months is selected, and we just want to measure the performance of our website on Google Search for the last 3 months and then come down and click Apply. So again, with all these performance metrics that we're going to break down today, you can choose to compare between different periods to understand the performance and growth of your website, for example, year to year, month on month. Okay, so now what we want to do is cover these 4 metrics. Make sure you have average CTR selected and average position selected. Now down on the graph, you can see that over the last 3-month period, we've had 466 total clicks. This means that people have been searching for our business, products, or services on Google Search and have found our website pages and have clicked on those pages 466 times over the last 3-month period. Then next to this, we have total impressions. Over the last 3-month period, we've had 5,484 impressions. This means that over 5,000 people have basically scrolled past or seen our website page on Google Search, but have not necessarily clicked through to our website page. Over here, you can see that 466 have actually clicked through to our website out of over 5,000 people. And this leads us to our average CTR click-through rate, which is 8.5%. And the average click-through rate is worked out by taking your total number of clicks divided by your total number of impressions, and that gives you your average click-through rate. So think of it as over 5,000 people have seen one of your website pages appear on Google Search, but only 466 have actually ended up clicking through to your website. And that leaves us with an 8.5% average click-through rate. And essentially you want your click-through rate to be as high as possible, because this means more people are clicking through to your website pages. Then next to average click-through rate, we have average position. This is the average position that your website pages appear on Google Search when people type in specific queries related to your business, products, or services. And then down here you can analyze each day in terms of the total clicks, total impressions, average click-through rate, and average position. Now, if we scroll down to the next section, this is where things get exciting. Down here we have queries selected. These are search queries that people type in that are related to our business, products, or services. You can see our top search queries are Bay Topsoil, Topsoil Taringa, Topsoil Taringa, landscape supplies Taringa. Then on the right hand side, next to these search queries or keywords, you can see the important metrics that we covered earlier. So by looking at our search queries, we can see that Bay Topsoil is our #1 search query that people are typing in to find our website. You can see over the last 3 months, we've had 134 clicks through to our website pages. We've had 391 impressions, a high click-through rate of 34.3%, and the average position that we appear for on the first page of Google when someone types in Bay Topsoil is 1.7, meaning we're in the top 2 organic positions on the first page of Google when someone types in this keyword into Google search. Then we can also navigate over to pages to see the top pages that people are clicking through to. Then we have countries, and here you can see that the majority of our clicks are coming from New Zealand. So people within New Zealand that are typing in keywords that are related to our products or services. Then we can navigate over to devices, and here you can see our top device is mobile, then desktop, then tablet. So what this would show us is we want to optimize our website for mobile search, as the majority of our clicks are coming from mobile. Now, the majority of your time is going to be spent under queries. So if we select queries, this is where we can identify top search queries that we want to rank higher for. For example, these top 4 search queries, you can see that they're quite localized. They have Tauranga at the end of these search queries. That's because this business, this website is a local business, meaning that we want to target people in a specific geographical location. In our case, that is Tauranga. Now you can see that our top 4 keyword phrases that people are typing in onto Google, we rank in the top 3 spots on the first page of Google. However, down here you can see that we rank on average number 7 when people type in this keyword on Google, landscape supplies Tauranga. Now this is a search query or keyword that we want to rank higher for because we provide this product, landscape supplies. At the moment, you can see that over the last 3-month period, we've only had 18 clicks, nearly 1,000 impressions, and a low click-through rate of 2.1%. And then we're ranking only number 7. We want to be in the top 3 spots on the first page of Google. So what we could do here is select this keyword and then navigate over to pages. And then for that specific keyword, you can see that all of the 18 clicks over the last 3-month period are coming through to the home page, or this particular page here. So what I could do is navigate over here and click open this page in new tab, and that's going to take us to that page. Now what we would do is optimize this page for that particular keyword. So what we would do is embed that keyword into the content on this page. And then we would optimize our image alt tags for that keyword and also use the keyword in our H1 titles. Now, if you want to dive deeper into optimizing your pages for search engines, this comes into the topic of search engine optimization. What I'll do is link a search engine optimization tutorial for beginners up above to help you get started and learn more about SEO, search engine optimization. So feel free to check that out. If you want to learn more about optimizing your website pages for search engines like Google and to ultimately try and rank in the top 3 spots on the first page of Google. So what we're going to do now is head back to our Google Search Console and then remove that keyword up here. And then navigate back over to queries and scroll down to your top search queries. Now we can also navigate over to filter over here, and we can filter these queries by top query, clicks, impressions, the average CTR, or average position. What we want to do is select position. And then if we click out of that, and then navigate over to equals, we can come down and click smaller than, and then type in 3, and then navigate over to done. Now here you can see our top search queries that people are typing in to search for our products or services on Google search. And you can see that our website appears within the top 3 positions on Google search for these specific keywords. Now what we can do is navigate back up to filter row and then come down and click position again. Now because I selected smaller than and typed in 3, these are the search queries people are typing in, and we're ranking within the top 3 spots on the first page of Google. However, what we want to do is identify keywords that we want to rank for within the top 3 spots but are currently not ranking as high as within the top 3. So what we would do is navigate over to smaller than and select greater than. Then simply select done. And then down here we can now see our top queries that people are typing in on Google search, and we are ranking outside of the top 3 spots on the first page of Google. So what we would do is look at the specific keyword, landscape supplies Tauranga. This is a keyword that we want to rank in the top 3 spots on the first page of Google. You can see that we already get 18 clicks. So if we can drive this down into the top 3 spots, the clicks are going to increase, and that's ultimately what we want. We want more people to click through to our website. We want to increase our click-through rate. Then below that, we've got Tauranga Landscape Supplies. We get 5 clicks over the period of 3 months. And again, we're ranking 7.4 on average. So we would want to focus on ranking for this keyword as well as this keyword and any others that are important to our business. So topsoil, this business sells topsoil. You can see that we've had 4 clicks. However, we're ranking low 38.8, which might be on the 2nd, 3rd or 4th page on Google search, which very few people look at. So again, we would want to drive this up to the top 3 positions on the first page of Google by driving up the click-through rate and driving the clicks. And what we would do is simply select the keyword, which is topsoil. If we click here and then navigate over to pages, that's going to show us the 2 website pages that people are clicking through to. And again, like I mentioned before, what we would do is select view website page, open a new tab, and then simply embed the query topsoil into these website pages in order to optimize those website pages for that specific keyword. You can see that the home page ranks 38.8. So this is the page that we would want to optimize so that we can drive up more clicks, drive up the click-through rate, and ultimately rank in the top 3 spots on the first page of Google. So if we navigate up to query topsoil and we exit out of that, that is a brief introduction on how you can get started with the performance section on your Google Search Console property. Remember, your intention is to boost your website's visibility on the first page of Google search. Now, just quickly, we also have URL inspection. If we click here, this allows us to enter in a website page. So for example, this is a website page that we can enter in to see if it's indexed on Google. Basically, this means that it appears on Google search. You can see that this particular URL is on Google. It can appear in Google search results. This is exactly what we want to see with each of our website pages. Now, the URL inspection tool is useful if you have created a new page and you want to see that it's indexed on Google. You can go ahead and enter in the new website page up here and check that your website URL, that particular website page, is indexed on Google. Now, you can also navigate over here and click request indexing if you have changed a particular page. For example, if this About Us page, I'd added extra content recently, then what I could do is come down and click request indexing because I've added additional information that I want Google to crawl and index. Then we can also navigate over to coverage, and this allows us to identify any errors on our website pages. Now, if you do realize that you have some issues or errors on your website pages, then what you want to do is get in touch with your web developer and let them know, and then they can resolve those issues. And again, if you have any issues or errors, this is going to affect how you show up in Google search. Again, remember, your intention is to boost your organic performance, boost your website's visibility on the first page of Google search. So if you have no errors, this is going to help your website appear on Google search. And that is our beginner's overview on how you can get started and make the most of Google Search Console in 2021. I will add a more advanced tutorial later down the track, which you can find in our description once that has been created. And there we have it, guys. That is it for this comprehensive tutorial helping you navigate and get started with Google Search Console in 2021. Now, if you have any questions about Google Search Console, make sure to leave them below this video in the comments section. And with that said, thank you so much for watching this video all the way through to the end. If you got value, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to this channel, and that way I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.